can you see this person's perspective, but can you see beyond this barrier that is in front of you right now? And we do get to that place of gratitude and actually appreciation. Now, it takes us refusing to stay in a victim mindset in order to do that.
Hello, everybody. It's time for a launch date. And Teri, we're kind of getting back in our swing. We had to take a little break because I was moving offices. And of course, I had the plague. So we had to kind of get through all of that stuff. So I'm not sure if Teri's going to get to join us today or not. She was having to change some stuff in her schedule. She has transcending turbulence, where she sees patients, talks to people, and I don't know if it's called patients or not, clients. I think that's the word. And she sees them throughout the day, throughout the week, and at a lot of hours, and her schedule is very, very busy. But I want to tell you about, she just sent me this, and I think it's so cool. She is having a wonderful workshop, and now it's just for women. I know I have a lot of guys that join us on this show too. This particular workshop is just for women, and I'm going to read this to you so you understand it. If you've been longing for the opportunity to laugh, dive into creativity, and to begin learning how to release those things that have held you back or weighed you down, those things that have kept you from reaching your potential, your happiness, in many cases yourself, then please join me for a one-day workshop. Here's the date, November 5th. And it's going to be in person at her Nashville office. It's a 6-person capacity, all female. There are only 3 spots left. And Teri will facilitate this. It's $149. 6 hours of yumminess, a shift in perspective, an opportunity for creativity and laughter, refreshments, and connection. So it's going to be a really, really wonderful time. If you'd like to be a part of that, you can reach Teri at teripugh.com, Teri, Teri at teripugh.com. You guys, I'm so glad that you're joining me here today. Elizabeth, you're here. It's so good to have you. You guys and your interaction with us always makes this show. That's what we do. And it's less of a show and more of just a meeting of the minds every Wednesday, just to see what's going on. And I thought with Halloween and all the scaries, and we talk about scary movies and we talk about scary experiences. I was talking with actor James Stokes, who did our Taste of Nashville show yesterday, and he said, real life is what's scary. He said, dressing up and having spooky stuff is literally, that's the easy stuff. That's the hoogly boogly stuff. The real scary stuff is what happens day to day and every afternoon that we kind of go home and we leave work and we said, okay, we're back in home again. Sometimes it's work that is the really scary stuff. Joyce joins us. Good afternoon. Oh, thank you so much. It is our weekly lunch date. It is. It's our weekly lunch date. So hopefully you grab your sandwich, and you come and join us and be part of us here at your desk. If you've got a question or something that's burning that's on you, talk about it. Just share it with me. Hey, you guys, the haunts that I wanted to talk about. I was watching a video that my friend Mary Joy had posted about dealing with truth telling and the narcissist, and it brings up a lot of fear. So and it's so good. So if you follow her, Mary Joy, Mary, Mary, and then Joye, you can follow her. She was an actress. She was a voiceover person. She and I are just dear, dear friends, and we've seen each other a lot. And then I watched her YouTube. She got a new YouTube series. She went back to school and became a counselor. And I so honor her for going back and trying her dream and doing it, then putting it into reality. And she just wrote a book about what she's done and to help people. She said, I just want to help people who've been through some of the same things that I'm going through. And Candy, hi, Candy. It's so good to see you here. So good to see you here. We're waiting to hear from Teri. I don't know if Teri's going to get to join us today. Her schedule's been so busy, but we're going to talk a little bit about things that haunt us. Now, I want to ask you if you guys have ever had something from your past. we call it triggers, that things happen in our present that bring up all the things that hurt us, harmed us, scared us, and stopped us in the past. What is that thing for you? Do you want to share it in the comments? Do you want to share, and let's have a conversation about it? We're going to shake the tree, because all the spooky stuff's up in the tree. Our head is like the tree, and it's all those thoughts that come up. And we will judge a person in the present by someone in the past that's harmed us. It's not fair. It's not right. It's okay to be cautious and to understand and to learn from our past, but to be stuck because of our past is not good at all. Alicia joined us today. Great topic. My solution was God choosing to no longer be a victim. Number 2. Yes, I know you meant God, or you can even spell it the Jewish way and just put G-D. That's okay. We got you. We got you. Okay. Candy. Oh yeah. I've been working on them a lot. When we shake the tree and look the fear in the face, when I was talking to James, the actor, he plays Jason Voorhees in a new horror film. He said, he talks to kids and he says, real life is what's scary. Takes off the mask and said, it's, the mask is all the stuff that represents what we're afraid of. But when you take off the mask, chances are those people, places, or things that scared us are they're just real with the same issues that we've got. There are so many things that scare Alicia. Homeless for a year with a 1-year-old son, rape, and lots more. Oh, Alicia, honey, that's so tough. That's so tough. Being insecure about your home base is as much a trigger as anything else. It makes you incapable of moving on. If you don't mind my asking, what are the practical steps that you took to get out of that? I want to know. I want to know. Kathy Alexander joins us. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Morning. Great topic. Too many thoughts and triggers. However, working on it, and grateful that I have God and He's put people in my journey to help. Yes. One of the things that I always think is important is that we ask for help and we get help. My first call that actually helped me was my call to Teri. I'm going to be quite honest with you. And she really helped. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You guys who are joining us. Alicia said, if I keep stressing over things from the past, I choose to co-tune to be a victim. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? Continue, not co-tune. I was going, maybe that's a new buzzword. That is so funny. I'm laughing. I'm going, yeah, our autocorrect gives me new words too. I know, Elizabeth, I'm so sorry. It's really tough. Lisa joins us from Franklin. Good afternoon. Hi. Brian, loving your topics. You're bringing forth to mind that many won't speak of. Just because it isn't spoken about doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Thank you for being you, Devon. Well, thank you, Brian. Glad that you're here. One of the things from the past that I think is very detrimental is like when something terrible has happened, we are assured that it will happen again. Somehow our subconscious tells us, don't do anything, because if you do something, it will attract that again. How many times have you been in a bad relationship and you say, I'm not going to ever do this again because my picker is broke? I cannot be in another friendship like that, another relationship like that, another marriage like that. I can't get another job like that because my picker is broke. I'm ruined. Okay, well, that's stinking thinking, as we say in the fellowship that I'm a part of. Stinking thinking. It's when you determine your future based on your past and you don't let yourself have joy and happiness. And just by not letting yourself have that, by holding yourself back, just remember, you're choosing that. You're choosing that. We're supposed to have life and have it more abundantly. That is a promise that is made to us by the one who created us. Have life and have it more abundantly. That is what we are meant to be. That's what we are created for. We're created for joy. And Alicia adds, it took time, and I had to find a way. God was the huge answer, and lots of analyzing me. Okay. Usually, I saw I saw a very important meme when I was getting ready for today, and it said, "I awakened to someone tapping on the window, and I realized it wasn't a window; it was the mirror, and it was me." Hey, hey, trying to get our own attention is hard sometimes, right? Um, Alicia, call me anytime. Would be happy to share everything. I just related to all to my husband a few weeks ago. Almost 64 years of marriage. Alicia, we had nothing left because of my secrets. Ooh, that's a topic. How many times have our secrets kept us from having a full relationship? Do you know when you're in a relationship, a real good relationship, it can't be a full relationship until there is complete trust between you? And you think that it's a secret that you have and that you've been keeping it so well, but everybody knows when someone's holding out. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. And you can't have that complete and true good relationship. And if you're with someone you can't be truthful with, maybe that's not the right relationship for you. I always say, open up and let it fly and just be good with each other and be with people that you can trust completely. Candy says, honesty comes with trust. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I love it. Now it's all out and I am free and not alone. Oh, that's brilliant. I am free and I'm not alone. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. It's about coming together every week and we kind of let it out, we walk through life with a lot of secrets that are actually things that get triggered. Have you ever been in a situation where someone said something to you, not meaning anything by it, but somehow it was wrapped around an axle of pain in your heart? And you responded with an anger or a short answer or walking away, or you took it inside and it hurt your heart when it wasn't meant that way. That's what I'm talking about. When we harbor those things, those haunts that are in our head, that are in our being, they kind of attach to us. And we can get rid of those feelings. We can get rid of those things by dealing with them out in the open. Elizabeth, you guys have such wisdom. I love when you guys share with me. Everything in life was scary to me before I learned to let go, before I stopped internalizing everything. Internalizing. That's a good word. It's a good word for what we do. When someone, hi, how are you? Well, why are you asking me that? Do I look not okay? Do I look like those are like when we internalize stuff, when we walk away and go, wonder why she asked me that. Okay, maybe they were just being polite. Pam says, trusting is so hard for me. I've been burned so many times. It seems so much easier to keep my distance and have no close relationships. Oh, Pam, I get it. I was always the open one who always trusted so easily and gave fully. And I realized that my part in those bad relationships, because we all have a part. My part was something in me that I felt I had to overgive, overdo, overpromise, overperform, just over to earn the friendship of someone. That I couldn't just be me, that I was not enough. And it's so funny that I wore a shirt today from Lisa Daggs, who's a great singer, by the way. It says, you are enough. You are enough. And she painted this and gave this to me. And I love it because being enough is something we all suffer from a lack of. What I mean is, even though we are enough, we all suffer it. I don't care who you are. Something inside everyone has this little question: am I? Am I enough? Am I okay? Am I worthy? This good coming to me, I don't deserve it. When people say to me, I don't deserve it, I always say, why? Why don't you deserve it? What do you have to do to earn good in your life? We were created to draw good to us. That's what we were even made for. Um, uh, because sometimes those who flourish so well, Brian says, with assisting others find a better meaning of life. Oftentimes they're never asked, are you okay? There you go, Brian. We flourish well in assisting others many times because we don't ask ourselves, are we okay? What do we need? Oh, I don't need anything. Oh, I don't need anything. That's not true. We all need. We all want. We all desire. And it's okay to have those things out in the world. And give and take is how we do. Everybody should have a full bucket. But when you approach someone with an empty bucket and yours is full, they're drawn to you because you got a full bucket. Then you start putting the rocks in the empty bucket. And pretty soon you got an empty bucket and they run off with their full bucket and they're gone. Look for people with full buckets. Do you hear me? Look for people in your life that have full buckets. Or maybe you both have a half full bucket and together you go and fill your buckets up. EB says, I share a lot now and I'm fairly open about life, but there are still those things I hold sacred. And if I share them, it means I love and trust the person I share them with. Man, good. I think a lot of us have come a long way. We are all works in progress. We are all working to get better. Pam says, thanks, Devon. Great food for thought for me moving forward. Pam, you are a beautiful, beautiful soul. And that's the thing is we all deserve good. Our Creator made us for good. That's what we're made for. We're made to get good, to do good, and to draw good to us. We're not made to create havoc everywhere we go, and we are certainly not meant to beat ourselves up about stuff. Elizabeth says, yes, every good thing was from outside myself. Every bad, scary thing was definitely inside my fault. Whoo! Pam, I want to encourage you as you get through thinking about relationships in the future. I think the first step is not requiring that relationship to provide all the things that you lack. Approach every new relationship as a new relationship. It's the blank page. Nobody has written anything on those pages yet. It's your relationship and this new person's relationship. It's your chance to write down a new chapter in your life. When you're reading a book, do you go back and reread chapter 2 after when you're on chapter 10 just for kicks? No, you keep reading forward. That's the way a book reads, and that's the way life is. So I'm not saying don't be cautious with the next relationship, but don't judge it and make them make up for the bad relationship that you had. Does that make sense? And asking for something to come into your life, making the void there so it can have room to come into your life. That's also important too. Alicia says, I had zero confidence for so long. Confidence is the first thing that happens after you've been abused by a narcissist or someone has taken over and treated you poorly. Somehow your confidence in moving forward and doing something in your life is askew. It's not right. So you have to take stock every day. And I look of affirmations to build your confidence, looking at yourself in the mirror and say, you are enough. You are a good person. Living up to those affirmations every day is a nice challenge for everyone because that's the truth. You are good. That's what you were built for. That's what you were made for. Alicia said, I had reached a point where I was a pitiful mess, lived in my room and wallowed. Sister, have we not all been there? You guys, let's weigh in with Alicia. It's like, yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. We wallow. We keep the tree of the haunts and we carry it around like a big hairdo. It's like a permanent hairdo. We're acting and treating it like it's a permanent hairdo when it's a great big wig and we just take it off. We don't have to walk around with those haunts on anymore. Take the wig off. Take the wig off. Candy says we are all like packaged gifts that walk around each day. Most of us have traumas in their packages. Some have less, some have more, but most of us have some. Brilliant. How we handled it in the past, how we process it, how we work through it or around it or heal it is what makes our inner packaged gifts better or worse for ourselves and for others. I want y'all to look at that. It's on the screen right there. Candy is posting some beautiful things. I want to encourage you guys to follow her on Facebook. She is posting some brilliance every day. She's one of those people that every time I listen to you, Candy, it makes my heart feel so good. Candy and I have been friends for quite some time, and she's got a lot of wisdom, and her voice comforts me. So she's one of those people that I listen to as well. So Candy, thank you so much for that. Why doesn't anyone care? Why? Well, here's the deal, Alicia. Everybody cares. But we care to the point of the weight on our shoulders. We care to the point of the weight on our shoulders when we're walking around burdened with our own guilt, haunts, scary things, traumas. When we walk around on those on our shoulders, we have no room to care for anything else or anyone else. So when that person you come in contact in life with, if you think that they don't care, chances are they would care if they weren't so focused on theirs. We zero in on our own trauma, our own needs, that it is impossible to see the needs of the person right in front of us sometimes. Oh, Vicky. Yes, that's right. Because God is good. Yeah, true. All the time. And we're caught up in the, what about me? What about me? Well, yeah, but you have to deal with the me first before you can deal with the others. Okay. We have to deal with that. Joy says, good advice for me. People are all drawn to me for advice, loving, caring, feelings, etc. I'm glad to be there for people, but sometimes my battery goes dead and I can't even be there for myself because I'm drained. So a great thing about that today is, extroverts leave people and are filled up. Introverts leave people and they're drained. That is sometimes just a people thing. But the codependent, now I'm just going to say this, I'm going to put this right on out there. The codependent is person who depends on others to need them so much that and I'm saying that because I are one, so that we don't have to deal with our own stuff. But I'm busy taking care of everybody else. It does drain us, but our responsibility, our part in that is that we do it so we don't have to look under our own covers. Man, that's hard to say because it feels so good to be the saint in the room that's helping everybody else to our own detriment, doesn't it? It feels good to be the one that goes, oh, they do so much. Why do we do so much? Why do we do it to the point of our own sickness, our own inability to move forward? Because somehow there's a deficit within us that it's the God hole we're trying to fill up. Okay, we've had one savior. We don't need another. They don't need me to come save them. What we need is healthy people relating to each other in a healthy way. Alicia, but I wouldn't change my past. It brought me to where I am now. It's a great place. Oh, I love that. And coming from our past, we cannot change our past. Cannot change our past. That's for true. So no use trying. No use trying. Elizabeth says, yeah, I love that, Alicia. I feel the same way now. Gosh, this is good stuff, y'all. God allowed me to get through it all so I would understand and be peaceful. I was hurt and angry, Alicia says. Yeah. That anger thing, I call it the crowbar. We talk about, things happen and you don't say anything, you push it down. Things happen at work. Things happen in traffic. Don't say anything, you push it down. Phone call from home. Don't say anything. You push it down. Then you walk in and you go in and you kick the dog. What? The dog didn't do anything. He was just there. But you push down, push down, push down. That someone who doesn't deserve it gets the benefit of all that anger that we have pushed down. Okay, that's how it happens. And that's how we get the responses that we do. Have you guys ever had the kick the dog syndrome? I don't mean literally, but there's another way of saying it. I said a crowbar moment. You know, you walk into someone who doesn't and say, take this crowbar and stick it where the sun don't shine. It's just that moment where you go to someone who didn't do anything. They just happen to be at your wrong place, right time moment where you explode because you've carried around all this stuff because you want to be the good person. No is a complete sentence. And that is something that helps when you learn how to say no, but I bless you. No, I release you. No, this no longer works for me. Candy says, I approach a new relationship with trust. As it goes on, you know if you can trust or not and pivot accordingly. Ask yourself if this relationship is good for you, is serving your needs, and if you're getting and giving what you need to it. If not, it's time to move on and take as a lesson. They're all, that's so true. Those are some really, really good things. And I love this from Vicky. Trust the process. Is that a cliche? Yes. You know why cliches are so important? Because they're true and they work every single time. Trust the process. Great, Candy. We're all jumping in on that. I hope you guys all follow Candy. She does such a good job. Alicia, those are the things I used to feel, but no longer. The anger, carrying around the anger. I had to know the good, the bad, the ugly to truly appreciate the good where I am at now. I used to blame God. And now, no, God didn't have anything to do with my history. Y'all sit in that for a minute. Have we ever gotten mad at God? Ever blamed God? God, why didn't you? When rain happens on a dry field, is the farmer grateful? Well, what about the guy that lives downhill from that farmer? And he got all the runoff and it ruined his garden. Rains on the just and the unjust. It rains where you need it and where you don't. Sometimes life happens to both of us. And it's just what we do with that experience that makes it life. Thank you, Devon. This month, I also started doing EFT tapping on my Facebook page every Wednesday and Friday evenings for sleep, anxiety, and ending this week with positivity. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, y'all. Good stuff. Follow. Oh my gosh. My Jeffrey Hogue, you're wise and wonderful. Your insights are healing. Thank you for this episode. Thank you for being my and our friend. Oh my gosh. I love you, Jeff. I love you so much. Y'all listen to Jeff. He's on the radio every night, 7 to midnight, WSM. And he's fantastic. And I love him as a human too. He's a good human. Oh my gosh, that's so true. Thanks, Devon. Okay, good. Well, so we're going to try not to have any more crowbar moments. We're going to shake the tree. We're going to let the scary stuff fall out. Remember, we can take off the big wig of icky stuff. Take it off. Just be natural, be free, and judge your next relationship by that relationship. Don't carry anything with you. You don't need to take old luggage to a new trip. You just don't. James Levere, oh my God. How are you today? All true, dear. Blessings. Blessings to you. Love, love, love. Vicky says the Lord is cleaning us up from the inside out, leaving no stone left unturned if we are willing. Vicky, that's good stuff too. That is good stuff too. Candy, Bridget's sister, I was like that. I was always the one who helped a lot. It was from something I was lacking from my childhood. Isn't it hard to deal with our own crap that we bring into the situation? It's like, but I'm a saint. I did all the good stuff. Why were you doing all the good stuff to your own detriment? Pushing down stuff is what we were taught to do when I was a kid. We were told not to whine about it. Yeah, true. That's it. That is what we were told. I love my granddaughter once said it perfectly, but who am I going to be mad at, me, Mom? You gotta hit something sometimes. I swear to you. Okay, you want to know the practical thing that I did when I was just peeved at the whole world because nothing was going my way? I went and took a boxing class. And my coach was a 6'4" former wrestler, and he says, "Okay, come on, hit the little things." And he said, "Just put all that anger into that." He thought I was going to hit like a little grandma and about knocked him over. And he said, "Okay, I get it. You got anger." But it does sometimes help to do something physical. It doesn't have to be boxing. That's just what worked for me. It could be gardening and hoeing and planting something. It could be something positive that you do with your time and your effort to get that out. But do it just for you. Do it just for you. There's something that you can do just for you that's going to help get rid of that icky stuff that you carry around, and quit trying to make someone else fill your empty bucket. There is not one person who's going to fix your deficits. Not one person. A person is to add to your life, not take away, but they're not supposed to complete your life. Oh, Brian, I just love you. Be the difference. Once a day, take the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life. And it doesn't have to cost a thing, but the reward you reap is a full heart. And they in return feel your full heart. It helps you and them. Simple ideas. Instead of a Facebook birthday post, message them a quick video, or be the phone call that many don't receive anymore. We are in a world of social media. We have to rejoin the old ways of connecting. Why? Because people need human interaction. Brian, that's all good stuff. I do want to point out, though, too, is that I want us today to make a difference in our lives. What can we do today to be different? To make a difference in our own lives? What can we do to change our lives for the better, that's not depending on someone else? Oh my gosh. You can't just like, oh my God, I have no one in my life. I'm going to go find someone to fill this spot in my life. No. What can you do to make your day better? Just you. Okay. Let's see. It's been great. You've done a great job without your lovely sidekick. I'm totally lost without Teri. I hate not having her with me, but she is busy today. I didn't hear from her today. I'm going to check on her, make sure all is good. I so love our Wednesdays together. I do too. You guys are precious to me. I'm so glad that you're here. If you guys have something that you want to do in a future launch date, it is devonoday@gmail.com. Shoot me a text, email, whatever. Y'all all have my phone number, so you just call me. It has been wonderful. Launch date is here every Wednesday in the noon hour. 30 minutes ish. And we just try to make everybody feel a little bit better about who they are, because y'all are good people. Oh, I love it. Fluff your pillow before you go to bed, then wake up on the right side of the bed. Brian, I just love you. Brian is right. We all need connection to others as human beings. It's how we were made and wired by God. Yes. Okay, y'all. It has been wonderful to be with you. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day. And as Teri would say, if she were